When a number of Ohio public schools opted to start the school year online, many families decided to send their kids to private schools offering in-person instruction.
News 5's Kevin Barry takes a closer look at this trend and what it could mean for schools in this News 5 original.
How does a kindergartner learn in front of a computer?
The at-home e-learning expectation was not going to work out in my household.
It's very hard to make this all work in a pandemic for any parents.
The problem for these parents is their public schools started the school year online, leaving private schools as the only option for in-person learning.
So that means that families that can afford it have created an enrollment blitz at schools like Hathaway Brown.
June, July, and August were 3 of the busiest months we've ever seen.
And Hawkins School.
We put a lot of energy into the safety measures and a lot of energy into communicating them as they were being built so that people would have faith.
Both Hawkins and Hathaway Brown are managing wait lists, sometimes for grades that didn't have them before, all because some parents believe going to school should be as literal as possible.
We actually tripled pretty much the number of parent and student visits over those months.
And Cleveland's Catholic schools are also seeing this trend.
The story of our overall enrollment historically has been some declines for decades.
Diocese Superintendent Dr. Franco Lynn says increased demand for in-person lessons is visible in some communities, but it's at least partially offset by families hit hard by the coronavirus who can't afford tuition anymore.
Good morning. Any symptoms in the last 24 hours? Cough, chills.
But two diocese schools that were once struggling are now seeing many more students, and those schools are now run by a nonprofit called Partnership Schools.
There has been a surge in enrollment.
Portia GADSON is in charge of getting families signed up at Archbishop Like and St. Thomas Aquinas. Between the two schools,
we're up 30% in enrollment. This is one of the schools was going to close last year.
She says that increase is partially because of investment in the buildings and building trust with parents. But families in other districts have seen the parade of students wearing masks every morning.
We had parents that drove by our schools and saw students standing outside and said, wait, there are students there, and brought their students.
In Cleveland, I'm Kevin Barry.
Good morning, LaShawn.
News 5.
Now, decreased enrollment could mean a drop in state funding for public schools, and they tell us they haven't crunched the numbers just yet to give us the exact impact. The public schools we reached out to say they hope those students will eventually come back.